Hello, in this video I'm going to cover how you can activate and participate in the werewolf lycanthropy curse if that's something that you want to do. First off, before I begin, I'll recommend that you have a armory slot here like this selected so that you can keep your curse and then still use your character for other things if you want. And the reason why is because if you see here on the bottom of armory, your armory will keep your curse for you so you don't lose the progress on the skill line. Just a quick heads up on that. But in order to get the curse, there's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can have a guildmate who has lycanthropy bite you. They can do that once a week if you want. But there's a much easier and always available way to do this. And so I'm going to show you how to do that right now. You go, one of the ways you can walk up to the overland wayshrine or altars if you know where they are. They are 3 locations. One of them for the Daggerfall Covenant in Glenumbra, northern Glenumbra, just southeast of the Spindle Clutch dungeon. You will find the Shrine of Hircine right here, and that is just north of the Hagfen Way Shrine. For the Ebonheart Pact, you need to go to Stonefalls, and it is just east, or excuse me, just west of the Ebonheart City, and just east of the Sulphur Pools Way Shrine, and it is located right here. So if you go just east of the Sulphur Pools Way Shrine, you should locate the shrine there. If you're in the Aldmeri Dominion and you want to do it there, the Auridon northern section right up here, just northwest of the Greenwater Way Shrine, you'll find the Hircine Shrine just on the coastline over here. So those are the 3 areas there that you can find at Overland. But the best way, in my opinion, is to do this is to go into the Crown Store, and then you want to tab over to the quest starters. Okay, and then you're going to go down from the prologue section. You're going to go down to this all section, and then you're going to pick up the quest Hircine's gift for lycanthropy. They've also added the vampirism, but we're not going to cover that in this video. So lycanthropy is right here. So all you have to do is hit the purchase button. As you can see, it doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is confirm it. Okay. So now that we have the quest, if you don't have add-ons to show you those icons that I just showed you, then you can just go into your journal here. And when you get into this menu here, you want to make sure you've got the Hircine's gift highlighted, and then hit the button there on the bottom that says show on map for PlayStation. It's the square button. And what that's going to do is it's going to highlight for your faction. This guy that I'm on is on the Aldmeri Dominion, so it's going to show the Auridon map. And what you can do is just mark that there, and then you'll need to travel to this particular one if that's the only one that's going to show you via that method. I'm going to show you another easy method to get to the Way Shrine or to the Shrine of Hircine, even if you don't have any Way Shrines in the area. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this Glenumbra one because you can do this at any shrine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to travel to the Exercised Coven Cottage. Now, I currently own this, so that would be kind of a cheese. So what we're going to do is we're going to use home tours, and we're going to travel to that house that is on home tours. Now, you can do this just like this by selecting in case I did that too fast, let me back up and do that again. So you're going to want to go into the activity finder, go all the way to home tours on the very bottom. Then you're going to want to go into browse homes. From here, you're going to want to hit the all filters button, which for PlayStation, it's the square button. Then you're going to go to all houses, and then you're going to select the house that you want to visit. In this case, we're going to use the Exercised Coven Cottage. You're going to select that so that it's filled in there, and then hit the back button. Once you're in this screen, you're going to hit confirm, which is on PlayStation is the square button. And then we're just going to visit a home that is listed on here. Now, as always, if you want to explore the house and kind of see how they have the place decorated, you can do that. But for the purpose of this video, all we're going to do is just turn around and walk right out the front door. And because this is an owned house, rather than taking us back to where we were, this is going to actually land us in Glenumbra, right outside the house. So this is a really nice, easy, free travel way. And so because I have the add-on here, I'm going to just mark this. But if you didn't have the add-on, I'm not going to mark it. We're just going to get on the horse here, and we're going to travel. And as you can see, I've got the Hircine mission, so that white arrow there is going to direct us right to it. So while I'm on this way here, we're going to get the discovery there of that. I'm also going to reveal this way shrine. So if I want to travel up here again, I can just reveal that. And now I have a travel point. And as you can see on my mini map, and as well as on the map here, this has now been darkened in because I've gotten close enough to reveal it. And it's also up on my ribbon. Now the mini map on the left-hand side is the Votan's mini map. I've done an add-on review on that. If you're interested in add-ons, I will link my add-ons playlist in the description so that you can check that out if you want. But basically, all we have to do here is come over here and talk to this NPC. I'm not going to go through the dialogue here because we are just wanting to get to the point where we get the werewolf skill line. So basically, we just talk to him. Okay, so now we have to travel to Reaper's March. So I'm going to use my hotkey. That's another add-on that I've done. This is just going to travel to take me to a way shrine really quickly. It's the outside of the Northern Elsewhere house. This just gives me the ability to jump around really quickly. If you're interested in that add-on or that function, then I have done a review on that. It'll be in the playlist that I'm linking in the description. So basically now we just got to get to Reaper's March. And we're going to try and find out where we got to go here. It's up here in the northern area. So I do have a way shrine, but again, I'm just going to use this Dawn Shadow house in case you don't want to jump around like that or you don't have a way shrine. We're again going to use the Browse Homes. Go to All Filters, and this time we need to unselect that previous house we used. And we're going to go up here to Dawn Shadow and select that, and we're going to back out, confirm, just like we did the first time, and we're going to visit this house this time. This shows you that you can do this on literally every character that you have, regardless if you've got any exposure to way shrines. This speeds up the process massively. All you have to do is jump to a house like this, walk out the front door, and you'll be really close to the Packmaster that you need to get to. So once we get outside here, we'll just take a look at the map here. And the mission is just over here to the northeast, so we're just going to get on the horse. And as you can see, we've got the white arrow on the ribbon. I just like to put that extra marker on there to help me locate that. We're going to avoid combat, just get over here as quickly as we can. Okay, so now we are at the Packmaster. So you're just going to talk to him and go inside the portal here. Now the main thing that you want to do when you're inside this portal is look for the large woolly mammoth. The other animals in here don't help you progress the mission. It's going to go ahead and put Bastion away. I have to sit here and listen to Hircine's speech. Again, I'm not going to show this in the video because the purpose of this video is to show you how quick and easy it is to get this. If you want to listen to the mission, then by all means, go ahead and listen to it at your own leisure. But for the purposes of getting this finished, I'm going to try and get this done as quickly as possible so that people can see how you can easily get this stuff. And as soon as he's done talking, we're going to talk to this guy here. He's going to tell us what we need to do. Basically, he's just going to tell us we need to kill something and have the pack eat with us. And so we're going to run all the way up here to the other end of the area, and we're just looking for the big woolly mammoth is essentially what we're looking for. And he's usually up here on this hill. Okay, here we go. This is the mammoth that we need to kill. Basically, you just want to stay out from the front of the mammoth and you'll be able to kill him pretty quickly. Okay, so then you have to howl to call in your group, and that'll wait for the pack. And this is aired out again. Okay, I'm gonna have to log out here. Sorry for the delay in this. This has been aired out the last couple of times I've done this. I have to log out, log back in, and then the mammoth should be there. So trying to make this as valuable of a video as possible. So once we get done with this portion, I'm going to show you how you can power level your ultimate really quickly before you get everything else working on your werewolf form. Okay, so now we have the Devour synergy that we can activate there. Now we have to listen to Hircine. Basically, we're going to have to run up this way anyway, so while he's talking, I'm going to run back to the shrine. So if that same error happens for you where the mammoth body is not sitting there, just log out and log back in and it should be there. I'm not sure if that's a common error for everybody, but that'll be the way you need to do that. And then once you're up here, you need to talk to the shrine, bow to Hircine, complete the skill line, and then you get the skill line here. Now, if you want to stay in here, you can just kill animals. Basically, what you're going to want to do is slot your werewolf transformation, and then you have to transform into werewolf to proceed the skill line itself. However, I'm going to show you how you can speed up leveling up the ultimate if that's something you want to do. This does not work for the skill line itself or the other skills inside of it because you have to have those on while you gain this. But I'm going to show you. We're going to just travel back to my house really quickly. And I'm going to show you how to power level stuff with the Master Writs. This is a really effective way of getting a lot of XP. If there's anything in the game that you want to power level, this is a really effective way to do it. So I just go into the respec there. I'm going to use just alchemy in this addition, but if you've got other things that have the experience to do it, such as the enchanting, provisioning, you can do that with those as well. But then you're going to want to just slot anything on your bar that you want to work on whatsoever. For example, I'm in the process of working on putting healer builds and DPS builds and tank builds on all of my characters. So I'm going to look at power leveling that. So we'll go ahead and put that stuff on here. Anything that needs to be leveled at all, we're just going to put it on the bar. Subclassing should be fine. So any skill lines at all that you don't have leveled up to 50, you can level those as well by just slotting something that you need to level. And the more skills that you put on from that weapon skill line, or that I should say, yeah, that weapon, then those will level faster with the more that you have. So just confirm what you want to have on your skill bar there. And because we now have XP on both bars, you can level 10 items at once. And so now what I'm going to do is just going to go pick up 10 master writs. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then I'll go ahead and put the unknown folder back in my coffer. And while I'm here, I'm also going to grab a 150 XP potion so that we get some extra XP on that. Before you drink that actual potion, make sure that you have your connoisseur filled in. This will make your drink last longer. And then also, before you do this, you're going to want to make sure that you have the passive on your green tree, the Discipline Artisan. This will give you an extra 15% increased experience for all the stuff that you have slotted. So now that we're here and we have the Master Writs for the Alchemy, all I have to do, because I have the Lazy Writ Crafter on right now. Again, if you're interested in this process, check out my add-ons playlist that I'm providing in the description. I have explanation videos on how to do all of this in there. So we're just going to go in here and go into Craft the Writ, hit the triangle button, Craft the Writ. This is the action button. Go into Craft the Writ, Craft the Writ. We're just going to craft all of these automatically. Then all I have to do is walk up to the alchemy table, and the add-on is going to make all of this automatically. As you can see on the right-hand side, I'm not even going into the creation menu at all. This will just automatically make everything for me. And as soon as it's done calculating like that right there, okay, now we can just go travel to go turn these in. So I'm just going to jump to a guildmate here. And I like to go to Deshawn just because I'm familiar with that one. You can go to wherever you normally turn in your master writs and do this. Just remember, before you start turning them in, you want to make sure that you have your XP potion activated so that you get the extra XP when you're doing this. So before I walk over there, I'll just go ahead and drink the potion. That way we get the XP. As you can see, this is 50 minutes long now, so there's not really a hurry here. So when you get over here to where the turn-ins are, then you just have to go in to the supply here and select accept the contract. You have to do these individually, and then you just talk to the guy and it automatically turns it in. That's part of the add-on. And so after you do one or two, just keep an eye on your skills here, because this really levels really fast with whatever you're working on. So you're going to want to make sure that you morph this stuff when you get alerts. So as you can see, I've already got the werewolf transformation to the first morphable just that quickly. Pick the wrong morph there. We'll pick the other one and confirm. Okay. So just keep an eye on this every two master writs that you turn in. You're going to want to make sure that you keep an eye on this because it levels really fast, faster than what it will tell you on the screen. So I would recommend just doing one or two at a time and then coming in here and checking your skills. As you can see, that went up that far just for the pack leader. Just make sure that you're not maxed out on something, that you don't have the ability to move something else in. And that way you keep your maximized XP. So we're just turning this in to get this ultimate leveled all the way, or as much as we can in the video. As you can see, all this other stuff is, okay, now we can morph impulse here. We're going to go into the supplies and just keep on turning them in. We'll do one more and then we'll check the skills again. Okay, so now we've got level 2 on pack leader, and some of this other stuff is getting filled in pretty well. We'll just accept another, and we'll do one more. All right. Now, if this is taking too long for some of you guys, I am going to put chapters in here as always. So if you want to buzz past this, you can, but I'm just trying to provide some extra information in case people are interested and they want to power level this part of the process. And who knows, if you got some other stuff here like this, you want to level some weapon skill lines, you can do that as well, all in one time frame here without having to only do one thing. You're doing multiple things by doing this process. So pierce armor is done, so we could slot something else there if we want to. So I'll just come down here and put purge on that spot. That's a pain in the butt skill to level, so we'll just do that. And we'll get one more turn in here, and then we'll check and see where we ended up with just 10 master writs. So we got the undaunted orb there, morphable. So there we go. Now we'll just check and see where we ended up with the pack leader is almost fully leveled with just 10 master writs and the 150 scroll. So as you can see, that will at least speed this up to where you get a better ultimate to use while you're trying to level your skill line. So basically, all you'll need to do once you get to this point is you're going to want to go somewhere to level the werewolf skill line as well. Let's just take a look here. I'm actually not wearing any gear. So let me pull out my armory here. I don't want to do that actually because that'll take my... Let me just put some gear on real quick, and what we'll do is we will run over to okay, so now what we'll check out is on the map here. I'm not going to go and do this, but you can go into Skyreach Catacombs. That would be a really good area. Anywhere you're going to see a lot of enemies that you can kill. If you go to Malabal Tor, this is a little bit easier of an area. Go inside Crimson Cove. The enemies in there respawn a lot and very fast. That would be a really good area to level your werewolf skill line. Basically, what you're going to want to do is just stay in werewolf as much as you can, and you basically just need to kill enemies and consume the corpses in order to be able to do that. So just keep in mind, once you're to this point, all you have to do is go overland and keep the ultimate slotted so that you can turn into werewolf, and then you'll level the actual skill line. And once you get the skill line leveled, then you can go and slot the skills on here. You're not sure how to get to that, you just get into the skills here, go into werewolf, and then hit the options button to get to the werewolf skill line, and you can set them up here and then purchase your morphs when you get to that point. But I just wanted to show a video on how to obtain the Lycanthropy curse and a good way to power level the ultimates and get to the skill to where you can use the actual skill line. If you thought this video was helpful or interesting, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Again, check out my YouTube channel where all my created playlists are. I will link the add-ons playlist in there because I know I used quite a few of them in here. If you're interested in add-ons or how they function or work, I've got several videos on a lot of different helpful ones. So check them out, see if those are helpful to you. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.